Let's stop pretending that bad dating decisions only cost us our emotions. No. Bad dating decisions cost us way more than we are willing to even admit. Some relationships will cost you your time, your energy, and even your money. And even your money. And the worst of it is, most times, a lot of us women do not even realize that we are paying this much of a cost until it is too late for us to pick up from where we left. Hence, we start making certain compromises that we should not even make to begin with. We have spoken so much on relationship red flags, dating red flags, but no one ever gets to talk about some financial red flags that a woman should look out for in a man before she gets into a relationship with that man. Trust me, money is difficult to make. Making money is not easy. So you do not want to get into a relationship with someone that do not only toys with your emotions, your time, your energy, but equally messes around with your money. This video explores 5 types of men that will not only mess your emotions, waste your time, drain your energy, but will certainly leave you financially worse than you were before they met you. By the end of this video, if you spot any of these attitudes, characters in any man asking you out, my dear, pick up your shoes and do what? Run. Relationships should make us better and not turn us into shadows of ourselves. The first kind of man you should be avoiding, hence of them, is the almost successful guy. You know those kind of guys that are that's usually this close to making it, but when they get to that finish line, boom, something happens and you do not see anything profitable from all of that effort they make. Well, I have a friend who used to date this guy. This guy was usually into big things. He talked of what he is doing, the project he's working, how when he just hits this, everything would just be good for them. And she believed so much in him. She would support him morally, she would support emotionally, she would support financially. She would support him, however, she would even pray and do just everything. But at the end of the day, something always went wrong. Something always went wrong. No matter what this guy did, there was never a tangible result at the end of it. Well, that is because he spent a lot of his time talking about what he wants to do than actually putting in the work. So one day, my friend just got tired and she broke up that relationship. For someone who doesn't know the details, it might feel like she was unfair. Maybe she should have given the guy a little more time, he would make it, and all the like. Well, it is usually not always like that. You see, when you are stuck with someone because you believe that they will become so in the future, you're not dating them because of who they currently are. You're dating them because of who you think they would become in the future that would be beneficial to you. And that puts you in a very dangerous place because you're dating potential and not reality. A man who keeps talking about big plans but is never doing anything to make sure those big plans materializes into something you can see, touch, and feel is not a man you should be wasting your time with, because 5 years down the line, he's still going to be telling you those very big promises and nothing will be coming out of it. So if you have this kind of man in your life who says 1 million things but does none, please, dear lady, if you know what is good for you, if you're intentional about getting married and building a future with someone, run away from such men. They will just waste your time. Castles are not built with words, they are built with action. And man number 2 is that guy who always borrows small but never pays. He doesn't ask you for millions, he doesn't ask you for hundreds of thousands. He comes there and he's like, he needs 50k, he needs 100k, he needs 25k, but he never pays you back. Every time you attempt asking for that money, they are like, come on, so you cannot give me. They like try to make a situation out of it. I believe that even though we are in relationships, let us honor our words. If you tell me to dash you money, like give you money, that is very different from telling me to lend you some money and you're going to pay me back maybe after 2 weeks or thereabout. It's very different. If it's to give you money, I will now decide what I want to give you out of how much I have. But if you're asking for a loan, then make sure to honor your words and pay back. If you have that kind of man in your life who is always collecting small money from you, but is never making any efforts to pay, and you keep giving and giving, my dear, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Such a man will lead you nowhere. That man is a huge financial red flag working all over. Women have spent years in relationships with men like this, and at the end, they had nothing but sad stories to come on and cry on social media. So save yourself an impending financial heartbreak, because that's the small money you keep giving. If you put it together, you see that you have given this person millions, but they have done nothing with it so far. The third financial red flag of a man is the emotionally expensive man. And a lot of women usually do not see this kind of man coming. I've been in a situation with a man like this, and this man does not collect money from you directly. No, he doesn't tell you to lend him money, he will pay back. He does not bring plans to you telling you that, well, this is what I'm working on, I need financial support from you and all of that. He doesn't do any of that. He drains you emotionally, he drains your energy, and you constantly keep trying to repair the harm he's causing in you. He drains you, you are constantly tired, you become distracted, you can no longer focus because you're always thinking about the chaos this man is causing you, the chaos in your relationship. All of this leads to you becoming unproductive, such that you tend to no longer care about your own growth, about your own health and opportunities. Your energy is constantly in a circle of trying to get to this man. Let's fix this issue we have. You go to work, you cannot focus, you cannot concentrate. When you fix this, the next day he comes up with another, and the emotional circles just never stops. That is an emotionally expensive man. He doesn't take money away from you, but he takes away from you what will cause you to lose money, and you should avoid this kind of man. Remember, in a generation like ours, where things move so fast, energy, time is a currency, and a man like this who messes around with your energy, your emotions, becomes too expensive. This kind of man is a man you should avoid. The fourth kind of man you should avoid is that man who tells you, let us build together. You know those dreamers? Yes, he tells you, let us build together. But in the true sense of it, he is doing nothing. You're the one making every effort to make sure that relationship stands, to make sure you both have a future together, to make sure your finances are not messed up. And this man just sits there doing nothing. He comes up with nothing. He sees you doing all of the work. He's comfortable taking away from you with no urgency or plan of paying back. This is not a man you should build with. He is a dreamer with nothing to offer you. So if you have a man in your life that is constantly telling you, let us build together, let us do it together today so that tomorrow we can enjoy, but he does nothing. He brings nothing into the let us build together. You're the one doing all of the work and he's just relaxed sitting, and the only thing you keep hearing is let us build together. My dear sister, that man is a financial with other women. A man who really wants to build with you will not just sit around and talk, but will be actively involved in the building process. He'll be involved in making sure that whatsoever you both are working on comes to life. But if he's not, then don't waste your time on him. He's not the man for you. That man is a financial red flag. The fifth is the comfort zone kind of man. Listen, this man is not toxic. He's not dramatic. He's just safe where he is. If he has a job that pays him as much as 200,000, he's okay with it like that. He has no push to become more, no dreams to be bigger. He's not making any effort to expand. If he's into business and he has a target unit to sell every week and he just happens to clock that target, he doesn't stress to do more. He doesn't want to become more. He is just comfortable where he is. Well, there is nothing wrong with a man choosing to be comfortable and content with what he has and not wanting to get more. But if you're the kind of woman who wants more, then you should not be with this kind of man, with a man who doesn't push to be better than he is, with a safe man. You should not be with this kind of man, because if you're a high energy, high achiever woman and you are dealing with a man like this, here is what would happen. You would have to drop down to the level of this man. You have to let go of some of your dreams, some of your goals, just because you want to be at the level your man is at. Because When he sees you pushing too hard, when he sees you strategizing, when he sees you doing everything that you can do to move forward, you'll be like, babe, relax, rest. This life is not serious like that. Do you want to harm yourself? Do you want to injure yourself? Come on, it's not serious like that. We have everything that we need. What's all of? So he continuously and subtly discourages you until you finally fall to the level where he is, and you both are just comfortable at that level. So if you're a high achiever kind of a woman, a comfort zone man should not be the kind of man you are dating. He's going to cost you goals, he's going to cost you dreams, and he's going to cost you opportunity. And remember that a woman having her own money is usually not such that she competes with men or doesn't need men anymore. A woman having her own money should be an act of responsibility towards yourself, responsibility towards your family and the society as a whole. So if you have any of these kind of men in your life, please sit down, reevaluate, and rethink your decision to keep going on with this person. Whether you agree with me or not, the person that you date will directly or indirectly affect your financial life. Not because of what they give you or what they take from you, but because of who you become when you are around them. You see, a man who loves you and wants the best for you will not cost you your peace, your growth, and your opportunities. But the wrong man for you would cost you all of these and even more. If you've experienced any of these men, maybe in your past or currently, please, I would like you to comment. Share your experience with us. How did you find yourself in a relationship with such a person? How did you handle it? And if you want more conversations on women, money, dating, relationships, and all, kindly subscribe to this channel. Remember, here we talk relationships, money, and everything in between. Thank you so much.